The Vikings, 2.5-point favorites. Nick, you're the gambling man and secret Mac Jones fan. Now that you hate Zach Wilson, is Mac Jones moving up Nick Wright power rankings. Trevor Lawrence still locked into number one with his 4 wins. Are you surprised by this line?
No. Vegas understands the Vikings that they're not the standings. Vegas also not the standings. And the Vikings are fine. But the Vikings have shown they are not able to move the football unless Justin Jefferson moves it for them. And you know who I trust more than any defensive mind in the league to be able to take away what you want to do most? Bill Belichick. Oh, wow. And Bill Belichick in his career against rookie head coaches is 47-18. And for all these reasons, I understand why the line is that way. The one bit of trepidation that I have is this, Coach. The Patriots have 6 wins this year. Those 6 wins have come against Mitch Trubisky, Jared Goff, Jacoby Brissett, Sam Ehlinger, and that guy who's losing his job that we just talked about, Zach Wilson, twice. So this defense is number one in a lot of categories. We are yet to see them dominate even an average quarterback, and Kirk Cousins, I think, is an above-average quarterback. That would be my only bit of concern, but yeah, I understand why the Vegas thinks the Patriots and the Vikings are about equivalent teams.
Yeah, I think Kevin loves Zach Wilson so much to take the heat off of Mac Jones and the 3 points that he scored last week. Although, that being said, I do like the Patriots, and I like them for this reason, because they are second in the league in sacks, they're second in the league, or fourth in the league in takeaways, or second in the league in points, so they can do a lot of really good things. Defensively, they're going to take away, obviously, Justin Jefferson, the best weapon, and Bill Belichick is 14-4 on Thursday games, so he's won more games than the rookie head coach has coached. So that's, to me, that should be an edge as well. They also, and Nick, I know this isn't part of football, but they also run the ball fairly effectively.
No, it has to be part of football when Mac's your quarterback. You got to run that ball.
Fairly effectively.
Tote that rock when Mac Jones is your quarterback.
It is really going to be interesting to see how Minnesota responds coming off of last week.
It's a fair line. And at the risk of getting your head bloated, it is a fair line. Yeah. Look, they've won, 5 or 6 their last 6, New England. We know even when the Vikings win, it's close, right? If they win, it's going to be a field goal or so. Yeah. So, yeah, I give them a shot. And Bailey Zappi is always there.
Well, that's the thing.
They need to go to him.
You guys are just one quarterback change away from being dangerous.
We also took Aaron Rodgers to overtime. As you list off your, not great quarterbacks, we did have
Did you
Aaron
win?
Rodgers.
I'm sorry. I listed off the 6 wins you had.
Moral victories don't count?
No.
Can I show you the statistics that we're doing great in, Coach? We look at how great our defense is. Watch out, Kirk Cousins. Points second, total yards fourth. This defense is underrated, and when you're going to take Zach Wilson's job, you're going up against a great defense. And guess what? There's more. Now Judon is going to go sack Kirk Cousins, so he left the full screen. Penalties, interceptions, pass running. We are a great defense. So people need to start respecting us. And I think Justin Jefferson, we're going to be on a national stage, 8 o'clock. Oh, your tummy's full. Oh, let me sit back and watch the baby goat. That'll look
Can I give you one bonus thing to be excited for about this game? Judon might be able to get some Defensive Player of the Year buzz.
Got him. No huddle time.
Totally.
2 topics, 1 segment. After losing to the Patriots for the 14th consecutive time, the Jets, for the 4th consecutive decade, decided to start questioning their quarterback. Here's Robert Saleh on if he's prepared to name Zach the starter.
Robert, can you start off by just stating what your quarterback plans are for this week and explain why?
I've just been dealing with so many different things right now. I'm going to get to the tape and just evaluate everything, and I'll leave it at that. We're keeping everything on the table over the next couple of days.
So you're not committing to Zach as your starter for Sunday?
Not right now, not until I'm done evaluating everything.
That's over. So much going on.
That's over.
Thanksgiving's coming up.
No, it's over then. Because when he played against the Patriots the previous time and was asked about it, he said, Zach's our starter the rest of the year.
He said
and I don't think, Coach, that Zach Wilson's going to lose his job just because for the 2nd straight year is the worst quarterback in football. But he is. For the 2nd straight year is the worst quarterback in football. I think he's also going to lose his job because he's lost his teammates. And, I mean, he lost you. I don't know that he ever had you, but you are more hesitant for knee-jerk reactions than any of us are. And you seemed, I don't want to misquote you, but a little galled by his lack of accountability. And he doesn't, his only pedigree is that he was drafted high. I know you guys kill me on the Trevor Lawrence stuff, and Trevor has not been nearly as incompetent as Zach Wilson has been, but at least Trevor Lawrence in college was at a big-time school, in big-time games, an excellent performer.
Clemson.
And, yeah, they won national championship.
And he
played
was the
for another
Gatorade
one.
Player of the Year.
High school player of the year. That, too, I didn't have to mention that. But
How are you doing his biology test?
But the point is, Zach Wilson went to a mid-major school and was fine. And then it was off the charts combine pro day nonsense and has been terrible as a pro, doesn't seem to have the team's support. So this to me is an absolute no-brainer, especially, I don't know if Justin Fields is going to play this week or not, but it would be demoralizing for the franchise to be on the field against Justin Fields, who you could have drafted, but you didn't even consider drafting, while Zach Wilson is throwing for fewer yards than Justin Fields runs for. So yeah, they absolutely have to bench him and try to save their season.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's taken this long. I thought 3 weeks ago they were probably considering, or probably should consider, making a change. I remember in New York one summer, I said that Chad Pennington was the starter right now, and I only meant in the context that everybody was competing for a job, like just a general comment, and it became a huge story in New York. So to be there on a Tuesday and say everything's on the table, it's pretty clear that either he's going to have a very small hook, or they've already made the decision and they've made the change. And look, it makes a lot of sense. He's got 300 more yards than Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco played 3 games. He's played 7, 300 more yards passing,
and fewer touchdown passes,
and fewer touchdowns. And it's one of these things where if you're seeing progress, then you can keep moving forward, understanding he's a young guy and he's got to keep learning. But I don't know where you can make the argument that you're seeing a lot of progress, and then couple that with not taking accountability and not standing up, where the whole locker room knows what happens.
I mean, Coach.
Go ahead.
That just drives me batty. Was Zach Wilson like, oh, you know what? Yeah, it's all my fault. I should have gone out there and tackled Marcus Jones because that's why we lost.
No, that's not why they lost.
That's why they lost.
Because they scored 3 points.
You know what?
Said that.
We rushed for 59 yards. That's probably on me. That's probably on me. Rushing 59 yards.
He'd have got cut if he
Wilds, you don't think it would have been appropriate? Even Mac Jones, who isn't the most self-aware guy in the world, if the Patriots had lost that game, scoring 3 offensive points, and he was asked, do you think you let the defense down? You think his answer would have been no.
So you're going to bench the guy because of a press conference?
No, I'm going to bench the guy because you can't be unlikable and awful at your job. Nobody succeeds that way. You're going to be awful at your job, you better be super popular. You're going to,
Can I give my last take on this, and I'll throw this to you? Allen Iverson, not on that bench. You know why? Because Mike White, not the answer. Joe Flacco, not the answer. They're like, I'm going to bench this guy. Then you're going to destroy him now. So now he's never going to be the same again. And you're going to Mike White, who you've already tried this experiment. It didn't work.
It's going to be everybody else's fault. The team's trying to destroy the pick that they spent so much capital on. No, everybody's trying to make it work. Now, at some point, you got to help everybody else make it work. And if you don't, it's football. It's everybody's job is up for debate, and you got to be accountable.
Here's where I'm at, Coach. If I'm Robert Saleh, I sit down with Zach Wilson and explain to him how you have got to start taking accountability. You're the leader of our team. You can't do that, all right? And then Zach has to go address the team. And he has to talk to the team about, look, that's on me. I've got to be accountable, and I'm going to become the leader and the quarterback that you guys need. If he does that, I send him out there this week as my starting quarterback. If he doesn't, well, here's the thing, Nick. Mike White and Joe Flacco aren't the answer. So that's my thing.
They are not. They can't be worse. He has played 2 years in this league. He has been the worst quarterback in the league both years. He is not getting benched for a bad press conference. That is the icing on the cake of awful play.
I get that he hasn't been good.
No, he's been the worst.
They don't have the answer.
He's been the worst.
The
worst.
He should take responsibility.
He's ranked 33rd in major passing categories. There are 32 teams. He's been worse than the worst.
We
can move on, but he's The best thing he is 31st out of 30. He's 34th, 33rd, 32nd, 31st.
Coach, you agree with what I said?
No.
Which
No.
part?
Like
Coach is
would
moving on
you
from
sit down, have a talk
we
with him,
gotta
and
go.
then sit
Now
down?
we're talking
I
about
want
a
to
great
see him
draft
play
pick.
better.
Oh, there he is. As predicted last Sunday's mashed potatoes out there. Gravy. Now the Patriots roll into Minnesota.